can't talk too loud. My dad's in bed. He's 70 odd and he's up at 5 a.m. There's great poetry about the world. I'm Irish, and you can't talk shit about the Irish, but I can because I'm Irish. And my granddaddy thought all you boys had a holy gun. The only reason you said proud to be Irish in any sort of way was your Marian devotion, and I'm going to explain this. Get very controversial about it. It's your Marian devotion. You protected a very important person. Sometime in ancient history, you protected a sister or a niece or a cousin of the Lamb. And anywhere these people went, the Lamb was sure to go. I'm pretty sure her name was like Ayrian, or it wouldn't have been like that if it was Hebrew. It might have been like Irene, kind of thing or something. But like I said, Peter and Paul were destroyed Rome. The apostles have really cool stories. I'm not sure if it's sensitive material kind of looking at them, but they were all immortal. They all got torn to pieces by Rome, by Rome mainly. I don't know what they did. And anyone who doubted Jesus, like Thomas, they died simply by an arrow, very simply. And anyone who was devoted was 316 was like immortal. They tried to get away. She got away. A lot of people got away. The amount of people that came into his life or his affectation or his diaspora, hundreds of thousands, 100,000, maybe 150,000. But this girl got away anyway. Ayrian, we'll call her Ayrian for the sake. Ayrian Mac Thúil. Mac Thúil, we'll get to that. It's a funny story. So she got away and she stayed for a while in Prussia, maybe around the Prussian area. And I think they tried to get her to the south of France when it was compromised, and she was welcomed there in Prussia. She was kept very well in Prussia or North Austria or wherever it is. And they couldn't keep her in the south of France. They tried or something, and I think she ended up in Hibernia. Hidden up there, and had a quaint little existence, and they were welcoming. Cade Meal, they were welcoming, and invented football. I think she invented football to deal with all the controversy in her life, because anywhere the Lamb went, it was sure to go. So there was lots of protecting her, protecting the welcome attendants, particularly the welcome attendants like Islam are the welcome attendants of the Josephine family and all those kind of families. Islam. So if you're Christian, you really need to love Islam. They're your welcome attendants. They just didn't have communication back since the 15 or whenever it was 1500s to explain or understand Islam, and you kind of need a little pure. Anyway, so Ireland, I left Waterford. Excuse me, I was in Waterford. I was being hunted by Wexford Mafia. They had a painting of a man standing over a mafia gangster guy in a park, standing over a widow and a child. That's your Marian devotion, So she settled out here, maybe North England kind of thing, maybe around Manchester or something like that. And she was around Hibernia, and she might have had kids. I don't know, just protecting her, just by being people that protected and respected her and treated her with dignity and kindness and chivalry. We're extremely blessed, and this is in Revelation, so they're becoming extremely blessed. So you had a lot of Pauline, Praetorian Christianity missions coming out towards Hibernia, Ireland or England. And meeting it with a lot of somewhat resistance and things, it was just weird because it probably felt great to get back together again. Peter, Paul and Mary even got away, but we have a very special blessing in a lot of places, and this is Ayrian blessing. This is what's funny. Excuse me, Christian bread. So we have special blessings, and of all the things that were kind of reviewed after their last proxy war there, humanity, all agreed that the one thing that the murderous, ravenous asshole that everybody hates, Adolf, the one thing they all agreed was that he was protecting the Aryan people, not Aryan race. It's not a race, they're peoples, and all to do back with Judaism. It's nothing to do with race or races at all. Maybe back to Jacob. But see, the interesting thing is that heater beasts just grow outside of stabilities and within stabilities. So you grow to stability, and you see Judean kings killing Israelites all the time in the Bible. So it's so what was I saying? We protected her anyway, and she had a comfortable life. I don't know what happened. I think there's mystical tales even again that was dragged all the way down, and in some terrible apocalypse. There was no end to this. There was no rest to this tale. There might have been a happy period here, a happy period there, where there were happy periods. Things remained very sacred or somewhat special, but I think she might have even ended up all the way out in America, or other guys ended in America. Anyway, yeah. Growth, I think, regrowth thing I was talking about. So, you were a very special Ireland anyway, weren't you? And Aryan children, and there's one thing they agreed on is protecting the Aryan kids, because they're, anywhere the lamb goes, these people are sure to go, so it makes a kind of noise and it makes a kind of sound, and they're a bit, might be sought after. 9,000 dead Magdalene children in a baby grave. This is World War I time, but by the time these things echoed throughout the continent, it was World War II. 9,000 dead Aryan babies with segments of skin missing off their flesh because they got barcoded and had things ripped out of their flesh, put in a big skin catalogue. This Aaron thing shows up again. Aaron Knock Brockovich, actually, because there's the bitch of Brockovich or something to refer to, whereas this woman who was trying to make this apparent to the world and saying they're killing these kids, Aryan kids, Ireland, okay, and they went to France and all, and they didn't get much help there because they're probably all in on it, on the French, and they got out to Germany, and they eventually started making a noise, and they realised and appreciated the situation. But that was the only reason that you know about it, was that they were credited with it. They were credited for actually trying to protect it, because that's the only reason it's historically recorded. They weren't protecting the Aryan race or his own race or anything. They were protecting kind of Irish people, mainly, or some kind of Celtic people, something like that. But he wasn't talking about that. He was talking about social and political things like that. The one thing he was credited for was actually protecting these kids. So at the moment now, ephemerality, modernism, whatever, they're all over Ireland. And I mean the Gypsy, the fucking Swiss mafia, Rose World elite, shopping, painting Ireland. And they flooded the country very quickly, and the country are working with them. And what I'm saying to Ireland is, you've lost your Marian devotion. You've lost that. Like I said, the birth of within a birth. David, exactly, had to prove himself over Judean royalty, and he was the king of Judah, or he was. To be proud, use that a saint. His name was John Delaney. He was a saintly person. Everything under his office prospered, and he made a lot of stuff his office prospered, and you called him the knob father, like this begrudgery in Ireland, because you think these are all mommy's boys. You called him the knob father, and he's a sainted. He was actually a sainted kid. He's a sainted man. I'm going to work with him hopefully in the future. But all I want to say to you, Ireland, was you can't say shit about the Irish. You never beat the Irish, but you will beat the Irish now, because they fucked their Marian devotion. And you're not like William Wallace, like the great mommy's boy. You're not, Bolas and Free and Bonog. You're screwing my friends, my family, my mother. As a welcome attendance of my direct Jacobean tabernacle. You're working with them, and you've lost your graces. You're ugly and terrible now. So I just wanted to shame the shit out of all you children of Aryan, and you're devoted, and you wouldn't bow to a fucking queen, but you bow to Rockefeller trash, and they sold out. Yeah, everything, you just Ashamed fucking Irish. My name is Fionn Mac Thúil. Could you believe that? If I was just Fionn Mac Thúil. Gypsy Ayrian.